Hey there, car lovers. Welcome back to our channel where we dive into all things automotive. Today, we're tackling a topic that's often overlooked but incredibly important, the steering rack. Specifically, we're going to uncover some lesser-known signs of a bad steering rack. If you've been having trouble steering lately, you'll definitely want to stick around because this could save you from a lot of headaches down the road. Let's start with the basics. The steering rack is a crucial component of your car's steering system. It's the part that connects the steering wheel to the wheels, allowing you to control the direction of your car. When it starts to go bad, you'll notice it in the way your car handles. But some signs are subtle and easy to miss. First up, let's talk about steering stiffness. Have you ever been driving and suddenly felt like you needed to hit the gym to turn the steering wheel? That's a major red flag. Steering should be smooth and responsive, not a workout. If you notice that it's getting harder to steer, especially when you're going slow or parking, it could be a sign that your steering rack is on its way out. This could be due to worn-out gears or low power steering fluid, so check those first. But if everything seems fine and you're still having trouble, it might be time to get that rack looked at. Another telltale sign is unusual noises when you turn the wheel. Listen carefully. Do you hear a clunking, knocking, or grinding sound? This is definitely not normal. These noises can be caused by various issues, but if they're coming from the front of your car and you can feel them through the steering wheel, it's a strong indicator that your steering rack could be the culprit. This happens when the internal components of the rack wear out and start to move around more than they should. Now, let's get into something a bit more technical. Uneven tire wear. I know, you're thinking, what does that have to do with the steering rack? Well, quite a lot, actually. When your steering rack isn't functioning properly, it can cause your wheels to be misaligned. This misalignment means that your tires aren't making even contact with the road, leading to one side wearing out faster than the other. If you've noticed that your tires are looking a bit lopsided, it's time to check your steering rack. And while we're on the subject of alignment, let's talk about the car pulling to one side. You might have experienced this. You're driving straight, but it feels like you have to constantly correct the steering to keep the car from drifting. This is not only annoying, but also dangerous. A faulty steering rack can cause your car to pull to one side because it's not able to keep the wheels properly aligned. If you've ruled out other causes like tire pressure or wheel alignment issues, the steering rack might be to blame. Leaking power steering fluid is another sign that something's wrong. If you see red or pink fluid under your car, it's likely power steering fluid. The steering rack has seals that can wear out over time, leading to leaks. This not only affects your steering, but can also cause damage to other components if left unchecked. So, if you're topping up your power steering fluid more often than usual, it's worth investigating the steering rack. Here's a lesser-known symptom: steering wheel vibrations. A lot of people associate steering wheel vibrations with issues like unbalanced tires or bad suspension. But if those parts check out and you're still feeling vibrations, especially when you're turning the wheel, it could be the steering rack. These vibrations occur when the internal gears of the rack are worn out and can't engage smoothly. Let's not forget about delayed steering response. Have you ever turned the steering wheel and felt like the car takes a second to react? This lag can be a sign of a worn steering rack. When the gears inside the rack are worn, they don't engage as quickly as they should, causing a delay in steering response. This can be particularly noticeable when you're making quick maneuvers or driving at higher speeds. Finally, consider the steering wheel returning to center. Normally, after making a turn, your steering wheel should naturally return to the center position. If it doesn't, or if it feels sluggish doing so, it could indicate a problem with the steering rack. The rack helps ensure that the wheels are aligned correctly, and when it's not working properly, it can affect the steering wheel's ability to return to its neutral position. So there you have it, folks. These are some of the lesser-known signs that your steering rack might be going bad. From stiff steering and unusual noises to uneven tire wear and delayed response, these symptoms can help you diagnose the issue before it becomes a major problem. Always pay attention to how your car handles and don't ignore these warning signs. Getting your steering rack checked out sooner rather than later can save you a lot of trouble and keep you safe on the road. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had issues with your steering rack? What symptoms did you notice first? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more car tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and drive safe.